We on the podcast, baby.
Club Talk. Jay Brody. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. You're now listening to that Club Talk. And now, your host, Jay Brody. 1, 2, 1, 2.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Cloth Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Brody. Before I introduce my guest for today, who I'm super excited to have on today, I want to shout out my sponsors, people who support and show the podcast love locally right here in Columbus, Ohio. If you are in the Columbus area or surrounding area and you're trying to get right health-wise, you're trying to get right, summer is approaching. Well, summer is pretty much here. We here. So you want to hit up Whitehall Nutrition Lounge right off Broad. That's right on South Yearling Road. Get you a shake, some teas, get you some nutrition in your body, and they also got a gym right next door, and you also can get your workout on. So if you're trying to get right for the summer and you are locally here in Ohio, make sure you go ahead and slide through Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. Tell them Cloth Talk Podcast sent you. Also, if you are in need in any graphics, website design, logo creation, anything like that visually to represent your brand, business, or anything you got going on, shout out to my man Deontay Tatum out there based in Dayton, Ohio. Theflyeragency.com is where you want to go. Theflyeragency.com for all your visual graphics, web design, logo needs right there. And last but not leastly, shout out to my man Jamie Jenkins all the way out there in Jackson, Mississippi. Started an organization called HelloBlackManJournal.com. If you're watching on YouTube right now, got the shirt on. So this man, he did something pretty unique. He started an organization where he uses the art of journaling to help the youth express themselves by getting those thoughts out on paper, not bottling them in. You know, so definitely a unique thing that he's got going on out there. So if you're listening from Jackson, Mississippi, or anywhere around the world, you want to grab some merch, some journals for whether you got nieces, nephews, boys, girls, any of that stuff, make sure you hit up HelloBlackManJournal.com. All right, man, we here. Let me get this man a proper introduction if I can, because this man has done a lot. I've been doing my research since I connected with this guy. He was gracious enough to send me a couple of things he's done, but he's done so much. I'll be here all day just reading what this man done. You know, veteran MC, Wallabe Enterprises, former arts and entertainment director of Trendsetter to Trendsetter magazine, stays tapped in with the youth. You seen the merch everywhere. Hood Solid is the brand. He's the ultimate hustler. 170K units sold from the trunk.
Might be more than that.
More than that. Groundwork, baby. Household name. Always getting to the bag. Always been a solid individual from day one. Stands on his own too. Seen him on appearances at the Apollo.
That was in, I think that was in Harlem.
Harlem, yep.
The real Apollo. I touched the wood. I rubbed the wood.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Ohio's Hip Hop Award recipient from BET. Trumpet Awards winner. Gonna be performing at Summer 614. I got my tickets. I'm excited. I'm gonna be there.
I think we in that Joel Santana. I think that's June the 8th, maybe.
Nice.
And then Scarface, August the 8th. You know, and not. I'm just adding on to
That's
some of
fine.
the things. In February 2022, this year, we was in the Columbus Alive.
Yep. Columbus Alive.
Right now, if you go get the 614 magazine to this date, May 2022, I'm the artist to watch. And as old as they say that I am, they don't understand I'm just really getting started, man. And I just appreciate you even giving me an opportunity to speak, because you know sometimes you don't get this chance to speak about yourself.
That's what this platform is for.
And I'm one of them artists. I normally try to be real humble.
Let me give you a name. Wallabe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Wallabe the realest.
Wallabe the realest. Wallow real.
You know, first time on the show, and right off the bat, before we get into it, I gotta give you an apology. You probably wondering why. You're like, what'd you do to me? I gotta give you an apology right here, live to your listeners too, and your viewership, and also my viewership of this pod. So I'm gonna give you a little backstory. So when I first came here in 2016, cause I'm not originally from here. I'm from Philly.
Oh,
I'm an East Coast guy. Yeah.
Man, I used to go there. I was there the All-Star weekend. When they did the All-Star game, I
You
was
out there.
Man, putting flyers on cars, selling CDs at the All-Star, at all the parties,
Yeah.
man, across the bridge, back and forth, New Jersey. It was. I had a wonderful time in Philadelphia. I got family out there.
Oh, word. Yeah. Okay. So that's
Shout out to Philly, man. All my Philly, all the homies in Philly.
Yeah,
man,
if y'all
I rock
watching
with,
these two, y'all see the hat. I got to represent my Eagles.
Absolutely.
but yeah, man. So I'm originally from Philly, but I moved out here to Columbus in 2016, right? So immediately, soon as I touched down here and I got my footing in, and I get settled in and finding out who's who, and seeing the scene. Now I'm an avid hip hop concert goer. Mm-hmm. So I started going to the hip hop shows out here in Columbus frequently as soon as I arrived. So every time I went, I started to see the same guy performing and opening every single time. I'm like, who is this dude? This dude energy is fucking crazy. I need to get him on the pod. I'm talking about you. Every show you are opening for all the major acts and shows out here. So every time I was like, the first time I'm like, okay, dude, dope. Second time, ain't that the same? Third time, yo, who is? Fourth time, it was every show I went to. You are there, putting it down, doing your thing. So I want to say, I apologize for not having you on here sooner. Cause I should have, man. I'm like, this dude, what the fuck?
Well, the scariest thing about anything.
But I'm glad I got you now.
Well, no matter what they say about me, man. No matter going down in history.
Go ahead.
Rest in peace, K Slay, DMX, Gangstar, man. Like, I mean, so many artists that's gone. Biz Markie, man. I can keep going.
I know.
But just to still be alive and able to do this is what a lot of people don't realize is ain't really no catching up. Like, and what I mean by that, like, for any artist that come after me from this city, from any other city, if your work ethic can't match someone's work ethic that's just undeniably addictive, I'm addicted to what I do. So it's going to be hard for artists to ever say they opened up as many shows as I have because I'm still on it. Right. See, my numbers just keep going up with that. Like, that's what the problem really is. I guess when the God take me away, that's when they gonna say, oh, now we can catch up. But until then, the God got my bones and my body, man. I'm gonna be here for a long time, and I try to practice wellness and making good choices and decisions, and that's really what helps you stay alive longer, depending on people you affiliate yourself with. Mm-hmm. But as far as this stage and the mic, I'm getting sharper, I'm getting doper. No rapping over my vocals is what keeps me alive. Rapping to the instrumental, pure lyricist at all times. The clip is loaded at all times when it's time to perform. They used to try to get me to battle and all that. I didn't whip people up battling. That was fun, but knocking another person, disrespecting another man in front of other people just to feel like you the man, ain't real to me. So I like the advice giving. I like to give drop jewels and rap about stuff that's very important for the ears to hear when I'm not around, when I am around, and then when you enjoying the music and you listen close to my rhymes and the lyrics, then with the beats when they can coincide. Yeah, it's gonna give you something, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love
Wallabe be the realest, man. Wallow real, man. That's what we stand on. You know
I like that, man. I like that.
And them shows, them numbers is gonna keep going up.
Jesus Christ.
Every show that that pop up, I might be on the bill, man.
Are you going to leave room for any other artists to open? Like,
yes.
Thank God. Man.
Absolutely.
Like you hogging it. You hogging the space.
give me my 5 to 7 minutes. I don't need no 30 minutes. Just give me my 5 to 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes max, and let them do their thing.
Right.
You know?
Cause I'll be real. If I was an artist, I'm like, damn, Wallabe, can we get some shine too? Like, you, come on, man. Like, you.
Well, see, this is what I guess I'm on that Cloth Talk podcast. No.
Go ahead.
So, the realest talent in the city, starving artists, hardest working artists, I done shows for so many years for other artists to perform. See, in the details that you got typed in, you may have forgot about I used to host the shows for all the underground artists to get on when they didn't want to promote their CDs. When they didn't want to promote their CD, when they didn't want to promote themselves on flyers, when they didn't want to hear their name on the radio, when they didn't want to see themselves on MySpace.
Going back
before
to MySpace.
Facebook and Instagram, I was putting people out there, and I was playing the background as just the host and the person putting on the shows. You can ask any of the underground artists that's out there who's still rapping and those who didn't rap.
Yeah.
I gave so many brothers an opportunity in the platform. They made a name for themselves because how hard they promoted. So at one point, I had shows where artists paid $125 to get in the show, right? Before it was ever a fee, I was just putting artists in the shows, and we were trying to congregate in one spot and have the spot jumping.
Yeah.
At one point, it became more business. $125 to let me know you serious. I'm going to give you 20, 30, 40 tickets for you to sell. $5, $10 a piece. You keep your money. You paid to get in the show. However, I'm putting you on the radio. I'm putting you on there so all these people across the city can hear your name on the air.
Yeah.
They heard it. They seen your posters. See, we was guerrilla marketers. Posters on poles, flyers, tickets, radio, text, word of mouth, MySpace. We was doing everything we could to help the next man get to where he was going. Rest in peace, C Magic, DJ C Magic, my man Anton. His son has just graduated from college and high school. He's resting in his grave, and I'm always going to salute him.
Yeah.
King Art. He part of the Reallest Records, Quay, Smurf, Stack Boys, V-Gods. I mean, I can go on and on naming producers that I worked with for so many years. But just going back to when we was doing shows and putting artists on the High Five. I'm talking about the CBR. I'm talking about Scully's. I'm talking about Tony's. I'm talking, man, I can name so many spots where I was having shows.
We talking early 2000s?
Man, we talking early 2000s where I was promoting other artists. I was pushing other artists before me. Like, oh, yeah, man, you dope. I wasn't even thinking about me, but I still had fire. I still had music, but I wasn't really focused on, like, putting out an album at that time because it was a time where the music was so lovely to hear just dope bars and lyrics. I remember being copyright used to bang. We used to go back and forth on rest in peace, my man Camus. He was they was in megahertz. Me and copyright used to go back and forth. This is before some of the rappers that's battling now even thought they can rap. Like, so I'm just being honest about, where I come from. But as far as the shows now I'm grooming myself to being more of the artist. So when me and AU connected to do this project called Word, for instance,
we gonna talk about
they
that.
don't understand. Now I'm getting even more serious about where I am as the artist, as the lyricist. Like when you think of J. Cole and Jay-Z and Black Thought and all of those different guys, that's just monsters. AZ, Nas, I'm naming guys that Scarface. I mean, when I was coming through, my idols was them guys like that. So
easier on
it's
it.
hard for you to even demonstrate something against me because I'm a writer. I can write stories. I can write the lyrics, and it all makes sense. I like for it to make sense.
Yes.
I don't like to contaminate you.
Yeah, right. Let me ask you this, man, because like I said, this is your first time on the show, and like it's so much I want to talk to you about, man. Your hustle mentality, right? Where does that come from? Have you always been this guy, like with that mentality that you have, or did that develop over time?
Well, see, this is what happens now. When you find a lane, now I was selling CDs, and this was before I knew some of the guys can rap. That could rap. I remember Young Wise calling me before he ever had a song, before he ever had a CD, before he ever had a record. And I'm just name dropping because that's my guy. That's family. I give him a lot of props. He just called me about 40 days ago, and he gonna let me be on this album. We did the song already.
Word.
In about 48 hours, I had my verse done, got the song done, sent it to him. He said it was ready to go.
Quick turnaround.
But I sold CDs, man, $5 a pop.
So that's where it started for you.
Listen,
moving
I sold so many
those
CDs
units
for $5 to $10 a wop that artists was getting mad at me because they like, man, well, why he doing it and we ain't doing it? So I opened up a door that helped so many other artists make a name for themselves selling their music, that some of these guys got houses and cars, got their jewelry, they start traveling. I got artists right now in California, in Florida, in Philly, in New York who came through my tunnel, and that's where they are today. I don't want no credibility for that, but the hustle mentality came from when you watch people bag up grams, when you watch niggas bagging up grams of their demonstration, and you say, man, these niggas is eating, but why can't I eat? But I don't want to be like them. I don't want to follow their footsteps. Now, I have my own operation going on. You know, I'm from Carriage House, north side of Columbus, Ohio, 614, Brittany Hills, man. You know what I'm saying? Brittany Middlehurst. So going from Brittany Hills to Carriage House, I was the north side, northeast sider. My family was from Mount Vernon, you know, money earning. So when you hear money earning Mount Vernon, now even though I didn't live on Mount Vernon, my family, my bloodline, the Brewers and the Sawyers and the Parks, they all came from that zone.
Got you.
So the hustle mentality came from, my dad was in and out of prison. I didn't want to go to prison. I didn't want to follow them footsteps. The best thing my dad told me was, don't follow these footsteps, but get your money. So what I learned how to do is use my craft. The word that I would write in my mom's bedroom when I was a teenager, I said, I got to make some money from this. So once I start rapping with the Empire, Wallabe, Big Mar, Kingpin, Spade, first song called Lifetime, storylines of my lifetime, juvenile rhyme, fucking bitches when I be high, but now that I'm older, it's time to strive, experiencing lies ain't how they died, so how can you relate into this crooked lifetime? In my lifetime, never confuse a crime, selling fat dime, Jamaican weed, I smoke all the time, trying to get mine, I'm on some tug of war shit. So I'm going back to my first record that I'm sitting here memorizing just because that's where the hustle mentality came from. Mecca Born Sounds. Oh Sharp, that's my uncle. We made a tape called Mecca Born Sounds with Sherrod, Oh Sharp, and I can name some other guys, man. Shout out to Don G, Anton, my dude PJ. These is producers that was from the north side of Columbus. Rest in peace to DJ Wiz too. Wow. You know what I'm saying? That was my guy.
You just did the documentary on
That's my guy, man. Wiz was my boy, man. When he had his dreads, after his dreads, that was my guy. But we was on a tape called Mecca Born Sound. This is before CDs was even in the mix. We was selling tapes. So when I learned that I can sell boxes of tapes, man, when CDs came, it was a murder case.
Out of here.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000 units times 5. So this is before the niggas was drug dealing and getting big money. Man, I been getting money. So it's funny when you meet somebody and they try to play it like, oh, Wallabe ain't advertising money. He ain't talking about selling dope and selling guns. Man, I go to the gun range avidly, man. I got a gun collection, a gun plethora. You feel me? However, them rhymes and the money that keep generating funds for me went to send me to college to do and become a business major, business management, finance, and entrepreneurship. So for anybody you meet, if they ever try to get it twisted, like we ain't really hustling, really get money, man. 7, 8, 9, 10 streams of income, man. I was late to this meeting just because I was handling business for another business to occur once I leave this spot right here, man. For those who just don't know, we really hustlers right here. Hood solid don't stand for nothing else but man's fist holding up the hood.
Yeah. I'm
healthy, man. I do 40, 50, 60, 70 push-ups, man, a day, man. That might not be a lot, but I'm trying to get my body together. I had open heart surgery when I was 3. That's another thing. I got a scar down the middle of my torso, man. I had open heart surgery when I was 3.
What was wrong? What happened?
So the hustle that's in me, it's undeniable,
come
man.
From a different place.
It's just undeniable, and I'm not cocky with that part, but I'm thankful that the God blessed me, still got me healthy, teaching my son business, my daughter business, my wife business, my baby son business, my sister business, cousins business, friends business, business associates business, man.
Yeah, I remember. Shout out to AU. I remember the first time I had him on here.
Shout out to my cousin A. Dillard, man, and AU, man. My cousin April and AU, they got me in full motion right now because when we set that Worth project that's a serious matter.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, shout out to AU. Like the first time I had him on here, you know, we was talking and you came up. You know, we was talking about you because I was asking about, you know, future project and stuff. You working on things he's, you know, coming out and all that stuff. And at the time he was talking about Worth. He's like, yeah, you know, we about to drop Worth and all that stuff. And that's why I apologize to you in the beginning for not having you on here soon. And I asked him about you. I was like, how long have you known him? He's like, oh, me and Wallabe go back early 2000s. He's like, I remember him when he was moving the units, like you just telling the story. He's like, Wallabe always been a hustler. He's like, that's nothing new. He always been like that. I was like, damn. He's like, yeah. He's like, Wallabe, like people, you know, they look at him, but they don't understand. Like,
ain't never sold dope or coke, not a gram, my nigga.
Yeah.
And that's on money motivation.
I got
and that's what I'm thrive on. I thrive on. I ain't sold no coke. I ain't sold no crack. I ain't sold no powder. I ain't sold no Percocets. No dope to my people, bro. To get anything that I've obtained.
You already jumped ahead of my notes. I literally got that line written down.
That's all right. That's okay. We're gonna get to it. Keep on rolling.
I got that line written
I'm gonna shut
down.
up a little bit and just let you know what I'm saying.
You're gonna let me steer it. You're gonna let me
People
navigate.
know me well, man. We ain't gonna steer away from nothing that's real, man.
Oh, I love it. All right, so it's like there's so much that you got going on, man, that I want to talk to you, and that's why I'm glad that we got this time so we can really carve through all this and take our time with this. Let's talk about Wallabe Enterprises. Where did that begin, and what was the initial I guess goal with you for starting that part, Wallabe Enterprises? Where did that come from?
Well, if you look at my Wallabe Enterprises logo, for instance, it's a crown at the top. Mm-hmm. You know, that's like the morality part of what Wallabe Enterprises stands for. So I'm grounded on the God, man. You know the righteousness. Mm-hmm. So then you got a music note next to the Wallabe Enterprises. Yep. Then you got a dollar sign next to the Wallabe Enterprises. You see what I'm saying? Mm. So what it's all based upon is how can you make money, generate your money through your music, but then the enterprise part was what else can I make money doing? Well, printing apparel. $18 billion business, man. Printing and apparel, graphic and design, and giving people what they need for them to be successful. So you think about clothing lines and logos. You think about T-shirts and hoodies. You think about the school system, the items that they need. You think about seniors graduating. You think about banners. Now you're thinking about ink pens and pencils. You're thinking about hats. You think about embroidery. You think about the print game. You think about silk screen. You think about sublimation. Now you getting into the game of flyers, business cards. People want to get their business out there. So what I found out was
car magnets.
I got a set of car magnets that's been printed right now, and I'm gonna be giving to one of my customers tomorrow. Nice. I did some 3 days ago. So the enterprise part is not only for printing apparel, but, I do motivational speaking for young adults, too. Now, that's called Stay Out the Streets. So that's under the same umbrella as Wallabe Enterprises. Youth empowerment and edutainment, fostering better dreams for tomorrow, today, tomorrow. See, people get to tripping on the future like it's a long way. No, tonight is the future for most of our young people out here that's dying rapidly from being shot and killed, or shooting someone else, going to prison for 20 years, or overdosing on something that somebody told them was cool or was sly for them to take and be cool with them because they doing it. I mean, so Wallabe Enterprises is basically a whole umbrella of great energy that's going to continue to push different things to people to see if they can take it and run with it and make something positive out of it. So the Wallabe Enterprises is a system of duties, of righteous moves in a business manner. And I don't know what other way I can explain it, but when you go get a pack of CDs, when those was popular, they used to let you buy them in the spindles of 100. If you can go sell them for $5 a piece, that's $500. The spindle might have cost you $20, $30 for the spindle. If you do that 80, 90, 100,000 times over again, and you really a hustler, now you buying some other stuff that you gonna flip, and now you see Hood Solid. Everywhere. You see this Hood Solid everywhere, man. Everywhere. I'm talking about from Vegas to California to New York to Texas to Dominican Republic to Mexico. Like, I'm really be sending stuff out to different places. Guess what? It's a gradual hustle. See, this is a gradual hustle. Wallabe Enterprises is a gradual hustle. A foundation can't no Kinko stop, can't no FedEx stop, can't no UPS stop. I'm talking about I'm practicing and studying logistics to the 10th power, bro. Shout out to everybody out there in California, all the way to Canada, all the way to Hong Kong, man, to Thailand, to South Africa that know me, baby, because we just get started. Columbus, Ohio, born and bred. And I stand on that. And people say, man, you don't move. You ain't leaving. You ain't left enough. I done left a whole lot. I'm going to continue to move, but my foundation is my hometown. And Cincinnati to Cleveland, Lyman to Youngstown, Dayton, Akron, Columbus is my hometown. That's what they don't get, man. I love where my family is at. And pretty much, Wallabe Enterprise is a global business. Yeah. But they say Columbus is a test market. So guess what? We testing it out, and we trying to show and prove. You dig?
I love it. And so far, the show has been proving. Was music always first for you? Was that always first?
Well, I used to dance in talent shows. You know, I remember my elementary school, some of the hardcore guys I know that's been to prison and home now, got their business together, taking care of their families. We was in talent shows. I remember dancing Too Short. I remember Biker Shorts came out.
Way back.
And I'm glad that they ain't got a lot of pictures of us on stage when we had on these biker shorts. We had on some bikers, me and my other cats, man. And we was life is too short. When that came out, we was on stage acting like we was too short. Yeah. And then I remember MC Hammer. I had the MC Hammer pants.
You had the pants?
We had the MC Hammer pants. We won, man. We had on the big pants with the gold shirts with our name printed on them. Yeah. Man, we did so good. And then music's always been a part of my life. My dad used to have records. I remember I was a baby. My mom used to tell me my dad used to have records on the floor. And you know, when you was growing up in our era, the records had those beautiful pictures. Earth, Wind, and Fire, and the Shy Lights, and Loose Ends, and the Whispers, and the Isley Brothers. Like, listen, all those dope. The Marvin Gaye, he one of my favorite guys. I got many favorites, but he's one of my guys. Where if you look at some of his album covers, man, he got one called Life is Learning or something like that. And if you look at the album cover, he's sitting at a table, him, God, him, devil, looking at each other, and you see in the background the chaos of stuff that was happening. Man, that album cover was so old, but if you look at it now, it's what's going on today. So when I was a kid, man, a baby, whatever I was then, I was just going through all these albums. My mom used to say I used to take them out and spread them all over the floor. My dad used to come home and be mad and all that. So music, I think, has always been embedded in my blood. My great-grandmother, Evangelist Bernice Peterson, she wrote the sheet music for Britnell. So my grandfather and my great-aunts and grandmother, they had a group. I can't remember the name of the group, but they had a gospel group that traveled all over the country at a time when it was the, blackface's era. It was the time of not a lot of love for the dark-skinned man and woman. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is something that always been in me to do, and now I take it so serious with the words that I write that with my program for kids called Stay Out the Streets, I became a qualified mental health professional too. See, I work with kids with IEPs. On top of Wallabe Enterprises, I've now put myself in a position where being a qualified mental health professional, I did that before this mental health field didn't really took over, because if you know what's going on out here for real, so a lot of mental health issues within our black and white and our Asian and our Mexican communities, man. And a lot of people ignore it because, we're just focusing on the white people taking opioids and overdosing, and we're going to save their lives and put them in a place and help them get good. And we're going to continue to condemn the brothers that's selling cocaine and selling crack and those people and lock them up for selling crack. So it's sad when we start to get on politics, because Wallabe Enterprises is still based on politics too, because some of us are held back from the lack of knowledge. And they say that in the Bible, just educated. On the biblical sense. So if your mindset ain't even sharp enough to know some of those things, it's hard to really focus out here on the real world. If you want to be a rapper, a singer, or entertainer, or movie star, you can sell your soul and don't even have a clue. You walking right into the door. That's so Wallabe Enterprises, you got that crown on the top of that logo. Just to go back for you to understand that Wallabe Enterprises is more than just a business trying to get some money. No, I like helping the people and serving the people. See, I was serving, brother. Altruism. I practice altruism. The concern for others. Look at my logo, man. You see a fist holding up the hood, and it's the letter I. You see the letter I on that hood solid, man? The letter I, brother. is the fist. So that's the I. I'm trying to hold the hood up.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that, man. I like that. How did you come up with these concepts? You know, because you seem like a guy that, you know, you have obviously a good heart. You have pure intentions. You're not bragful. You're not boastful. You're not out here like, oh, look at me, Wallabe, Wallabe, Wallabe. You just do what you do, and whatever comes with that comes with that. But like for you, like when you're coming up with these ideas, like the Hood Solid, the Wallabe Enterprise, is touching the youth and getting involved in the community, and like you said, being a servant. How are you coming up with these concepts? Like, like, do you sit down and like actually like, okay, here's the plan, or does it just come to you?
Well, it's sad because now that my time's so allocated with trying to take care of these different priorities.
Yeah, you got a lot going on, man.
It's hard to find time to write anymore. It's sometimes just hard to find time to really elaborate on ideas. So the stuff you talking about, the stuff that I was doing,
this business stuff,
15 years ago, writing and crafting, and he's starting companies. Shout out to Tom Diggs. He was my first manager. Rest in peace, Connie Diggs. You know what I'm saying? That's his wife. That's my grandmother's niece. That's my cousin Jerome, a.k.a. Snipes' mom. She passed away. And my aunt Esther passed away from COVID, I think, last year.
Oh, man.
They was a big influence to me really getting out here with my music and pushing it. So ideas that came, my man Tom would always say, hey, you got that idea? Let's lock it in. Let's get you some content. Shout out to DB and the ATL. That's another guy I met when I was at the West End Mall about 12, 15 years ago. I was in front of the mall with my trunk pop. Didn't know nobody in Atlanta on this particular day.
Yeah.
I just went there to go do my work. You know, Outkast. They made it feel good to be in Atlanta, to go to Atlanta and really get the Lil Jon and them getting crunk. Like, well, they got to get you in the mood of really getting down to the South to see what was going on. Yeah. So when I went to Atlanta, man, I made so many moves and started meeting so many people. I started doing shows in Atlanta, seeing how they was doing their hip-hop scene with the shows for artists. That's when I jetted back to Columbus and started doing shows for all the artists in Columbus so we can make a name for ourselves. So I wanted to really make the Mecca in Columbus like Atlanta or Detroit. And then when you see Chicago with the drill, that's a whole different angle. That's a whole different lane.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, ideas, I implement them and put them in concrete. So to stay out the streets, I've been doing stay out the streets since I was like maybe 24. I was a young man still. I ain't really know what stay out the streets was about. Then I recognized I can go into school systems and become vendors with the schools, and they'll pay me to come and speak to the youth. And I was a product of Columbus Public Schools. I went to Mifflin High School. You know what I'm saying? Class of 98 alumni. Y'all know we ain't going to trip. You know what I'm saying? But my ideas, I put them in concrete. I always was a writer. I got tablets and book bags full of rhymes and songs that I still haven't had a chance to record, that I'm going to record. I'm still going to record some of these records, man. So the ideas, they just came from the godliness in me, man. My mom always prayed. She always talked to me about not following others. My mother always told me, don't you follow them. Even when she was drinking and partying with friends and I seen the bad days and bad nights with her, it was still like, well, hold on, Mom. She always came back and told me, don't follow nothing I'm doing, don't follow nothing they doing. But when I heard her pray, when I hear her speaking in tongues and all that, so you for the people out there to be like, oh, the hypocritical people, just everybody go through their phases in life and learn to where they go today. Like, so my mom been a beautiful black queen today, a wonderful grandmother to my children, my sister's children. It's a beautiful thing when you see somebody still loving God, still praying, still active with what they doing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I love it. Let's do this. We're gonna, cause we got a lot more to talk about, Wallabe. We just getting started. Let's take a quick break. I want to play a record off the album because we're gonna talk about that, obviously. But before we take this break, let the people know where they can follow you at, where they can get all the music, merch, everything Wallabe affiliated. Where could they go and
first
tap
of all,
in?
we're gonna give a shout out to Cloth Talk Podcast.
Appreciate
Give me an opportunity, man, to even be on the show and kick some of these words.
This won't be the last.
Just so they know where we at, where we going. It's a lot of shows coming up in the summertime.
Yeah, man.
You got Hood Solid. That's a clothing line. I really sell out the trunk. I don't even have my website even up and booming just yet because you got a lot of things going on in the world where sometimes you don't want to be too attached. Yeah. You can't, like they say, you can be on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you.
Hey.
I'm still real analog, dude, to be honest. So you'll catch me out there in motion, and I'll bump into you to get something to you. But you can definitely get that music on all the digital platforms, the Apple, the iTunes, the Spotify, the YouTube, walloreal.com. That's my website. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff on there soon. You'll catch me. You call 614-657-2562. Wallabe Enterprises. Shout out to my son's clothing line, Real Money Maker. Then we got Nia J, her and her products. That's my daughter. She got a body scrub, butter shea. She's selling lashes, doing hair. So you can hit 614-657-2562 to get in touch with any of those streams and lines that's coming up. The Worth album is on every platform right now. If you haven't heard Worth, you need to go get it. You see the album cover got a baggie on it. They selling dope. They buying that. They selling weed. They buying that.
I love that cover.
Pills. They selling pills. Y'all buying that. So don't be scared to go get the truth. Intro. You got Worth, Visions, Clout Chasers, Black Glove, Money Motivated in Ohio. Yeah. So in any event, if you need t-shirts, no disrespect to your sponsors, but if you need t-shirts,
oh no, you good.
If you need banners printed, you got anybody graduating out there that need a banner in 48 to 72 hours, we can get it designed, printed, and installed in your yard. For any of the seniors that deserve that you can hit me right now. If you need t-shirt for your business, if you need window decals, a transparent kind where you can see out but they can't see in, you can get them from me. You need door magnets for your cars, ink pens, pencils, hats with the embroidery. If you need lanyards, I'm talking about if you need the tripod banners that stand up and down on the vertical tip. I just had a candy store, man. It was called Hood Solid Urban Store, Live Your Life. It was a candy store in Brittany Hills, adjacent to where my man Louis used to be. Shout out to Louis, man. Rest in peace to Louis. Rest in peace to Money Mike. He was on Livingston Avenue. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give big shouts out to my uncle, Cecil Abdul-Wahab, man. That's my dad's brother. And that's I got my name. My middle name is his name, too. So I got my dad's name and my uncle's name attached to my name.
That's fly.
And I just give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there that know me well, that know I always mean well. I always try to give good advice to the people. And that's just what I stand on, man. Even for the Stay Out the Streets program that I got starting on June 1st. Yeah. Like I said, it's to keep on giving. Like I said in the last interview with DJ Lane Love,
shout out to him,
over at his the morning show we did about a month or two ago. Pass the torch.
There you go.
So whoever you are, you can say Wallabe this, Wallabe that, but I always try to pass the torch. But I am most selfish when it's time to be on stage. When I'm on stage with the microphone, that's where the cockiness, that's where some of the cockiness resides. So when you meet me in person, I ain't really a cocky guy at all.
Because like I said, like when I see you perform,
stage,
I'm like, dude.
I'm very selfish with my time on stage because I get limited access. For some reason, I feel like I'm still getting limited access. You say I'm in every show, I still feel like I'm being deprived from those eardrums across the globe. They try to belittle some of the voices of America because we ain't rich and we ain't glorifying and popping the popcorn and throwing the pills on the stage for the junkies. See, I'm a hip-hop junkie. So I'm into the lyrics, man. I'm into the truth. So when they get to listening close, don't wait till I'm dead, man. Don't go bring me no dandelions and no roses and no tulips, man, when I'm dead, and no poinsettias, man. While I'm alive, listen to the fruit from the plant, man. The God is in me. We plant seeds. I've been looking for watermelon with seeds. Y'all know what some watermelon is with seeds, man. Point me in that direction because I don't like buying the seedless kind because they say seeds is what you need. Everything requires a seed to grow, including the embryo. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna let him get back to this interview, man, but I'll let you know right now,
I
ain't
love it.
Nothing stopping right now. We just getting started. The Worth album, Worth Deluxe, the Hood Solid album is coming. Project coming out with Selah, man. Y'all ain't even hip to what's really getting happening to y'all with the vocals and the lyrics. Hey, that respected shooter, because of
We
words
gonna talk
they
about
using.
that. We gonna
They
talk about
respect
that.
the drug abusers.
Don't give him too much, Wallabe. We coming back. We gonna talk about it all.
Man,
Don't
listen,
give him too
man,
much.
They better pay attention to what's going on. Wallabe the realest. Follow me at Wallo Real, WALLOREALL.
Yeah.
You can follow me on IG and you can follow me on Facebook. Again, I ain't tripping.
Yeah,
I ain't really tripping
love
on
it.
the social media networks because they get paid off our music. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna hate on the streaming sites, but we don't make no money off of that for real. I used to sell so much CDs and get so much money selling my CDs. I hate that they took them out of cars and that niggas can go get their music from the phone so quick without giving you a red cent. So many artists are raped and deprived because of YouTube, and I'm just putting that out there in the atmosphere. We really work hard for the music we write. For all the artists out there that's rich and got millions, man, we ain't mad at y'all. But if they let me get my bag together like that, it's going to be a lot of trouble for them because then you can reach more airways, more satellites. People hear you more across the globe, man.
Yeah, we got to protect you at all costs, Wallabe. What should we play off the album for this break, man? Then we're going to come right back. What song should we play?
You want to go ahead and give them Worth real quick. You want to throw Worth at them real
Title
fast.
track.
Throw it to them.
All right, so we're going to get into this Worth track off the album Worth with Wallabe and the AU, the audio unit. If y'all haven't already tapped in with Wallabe, make sure y'all go ahead and tap in, follow him on socials, grab some merch if you need anything. If whatever you need, he got he got you. So make sure y'all tap in with Wallabe. Follow him on all the socials, and if you're enjoying the pod so far, make sure you go ahead, like, subscribe, follow everything.
Is that right?
Talk Podcast. We'll be right back. Don't go.
Don't let this shit get you murked. For rappers putting in work, don't let this shit get you murked. They put that boy in the hearse. Homie, you know your worth. For those who really get dope, you worth more than dying broke. I want my artists to know. Don't let this shit get you murked. Them perks lower your worth. Don't let this shit get you murked. Nigga, you know what we worth. Homie, I know my worth. Nigga, I'm worth more than dope. This industry make us believe we need them, but we don't. They wanna see us broke, all these years putting in work. Your man's gunned down, now his body under the earth. Was he a savior in his hood or was that brother a curse? Don't let internet beef make you forget what you worth. It's blood on Gucci sneakers, demons squeezing, choppers explode. I hope and pray these artists know it ain't worth they soul. For the clout, for the money, capping on them iPhones. He went to jail when the cell but had $1 million in loan. Left the kids all alone without a trust or a home. We watching rappers get killed like they still trapping in zone. Gangsters, they gang banging for soldiers, the game changing. They love a language gentrification on plantations. Niggas get paper ops, I hate you goofy niggas anxious. They was live on Instagram, that self-snitch is crazy. They pacing, hoping you slacking, man, we sawing and shaking. No cap, we in danger, it's a hip-hop assassination. Don't let this shit get you murked. For rappers putting in work, don't let this shit get you murked. They put that boy in the hearse. Homie, you know your worth. For those who really get dope, you worth more than dying broke. I want my artists to know. Don't let this shit get you murked. Them perks lower your worth. Don't let this shit get you murked. Nigga, you know what we worth. Homie, I know my worth. Nigga, I'm worth more than dope. This industry make us believe we need them, but we don't. Hip-hop ain't the same no more. Rap done changed the game. Ain't no fame, just your popular name. So many lost worshiping rings, cars and chains. Look at the ice on his veins, he ain't invested a thing. And now they smoke the dead, that gang got his name. Died in his diamonds, broad day, slumped on the freeway. Your network, get you a lawyer, bro. Praying finesse, boy wonder, Nipsey and bankroll. I ain't gonna lie though, representing Ohio. All about survival, murder by your rivals. Jealous cause you book for shows, getting chose by these hoes, video, designer clothes. Local artists wanna blow, cause they know you worth for 1,000 times. Man, I'm on my grind, I'm worth $250,000 every time I spit a rhyme. Kobe Bryant, King Vine, Triple X bottom line. Labels making more money off of artists when we die. Don't let this shit get you murked. For rappers putting in work, don't let this shit get you murked. They put that boy in the hearse. Homie, you know your worth. For those who really get dope, you worth more than dying broke. I want my artists to know. Don't let this shit get you murked. Them perks lower your worth. Don't let this shit get you murked. Nigga, you know what we worth. Homie, I know my worth. Nigga, I'm worth more than dope. This industry industry make us believe we need them, but we don't.
You gotta know your worth. For all the artists out there in the game, you gotta know what you worth. What you doing it for? Your family, your kids. You got your masters. You got your businesses. You got your properties, man. You gotta know what you living for. You can't make crazy decisions out here at all. Not no more. Not when you tuned up. Not when you tuned up. Not when you got your bag together. I'm putting my hands over the rap game to keep your tool on you close, baby. Because
That
you know
was
we
Worth.
talk.
Wallabe
It's a
and the
hip-hop
audio
state of
unit
emergency.
from the album
Wallabe the
Worth.
realest, Wallabe real from Ohio.
We're gonna talk about,
Let's go.
man, does Wallabe feel like he gets the respect that he deserves? Do you feel like you get your just due? Do you feel like you get your respect?
Well, you know, I earn my respect because of my grind. And that's really what hurts a lot of feelings of the brothers out there that don't respect me.
I can
See,
tell you touched some nerves.
For those brothers that don't respect me, you ain't got no choice when you see the operation. See, that's what it's about for me. I don't care if you don't listen to my rhymes, G.
Right.
You see me. My presence is felt. When I'm walking the door, my presence is felt because we going to lay this table out. We going to pull these banners out. Go ask how many artists what they did after they see me do my demonstration. They went and got banners. They went and got their shirts. They went and got their table. They made sure that they was right in tune with what I was doing.
You set the blueprint.
Trendsetter, man. Live in the flesh, live and direct. Like I said, I only get cocky when it's time to handle business. I ain't mad at your songs, brother. I ain't mad at your music. I heard what you was talking about, though. See, this is where the boys and the men separate.
Go ahead.
I heard what you was rapping about. You did what? You poisoned that little nigga with that? You poisoned the ladies. Hold on, you poisoned baby girl with that? Hey, man, I did a rhyme the other day. I was kicking. And it was saying something about, you know, what he was rapping about polluted the queens. You polluted your daughter. You polluted your sister. You polluted the mothers of us. Our mothers listen to what you just rapped about, and you polluted our mothers and our sisters and our daughters with that. I got so many rhymes I can spit to you right now from songs I got where it's a shame, man.
Yeah. You're a dangerous man,
It's
Wallabe.
a shame that some of these dudes go write these songs and write some of these raps and really write it down and rap it to me at a show, and I just be back there shaking my head like, boy, he contaminating the whole building with that. We ain't gonna point no fingers and say no name, but when you hear me rap, when you hear my verses, when you hear my lyrics, when you hear my songs, you say, damn, how did he put that together like that and it makes sense and it's true. So for those who don't respect me, guess what? You heard what I said? Hip hop ain't the same no more. Rap done changed the game. Ain't no fame, just your popular name. So many lost, worshiping rings, cars and chains. Look at the ice on his. What I say? Look at the ice on his veins. He ain't invested a thing. And now they smoke the dead. That gang got his name. Died in his diamonds, broad day, slumped on the freeway. Your networks, your net worth. Get you a lawyer, bro. So when you hear just them little lines off just a one single song, you got a song I got called Visions.
Yep.
Visions can be the things we see that we haven't seen. Financial literacy. I joined the Hustlers League. Big dreaming, reaching. He used to sell softer fiends. The shaking hands with G's after in the business meetings. Pay your workers. Customer service take you further. See what I'm saying? Treat your people right. Treat your customers right.
Yeah.
You make a mistake, sometimes you got to eat the cost. Opportunity cost. That's what they don't learn in business. It's called opportunity cost. So when you ask the question, do they respect Wallabe? Do they like Wallabe's songs and music? They ain't got to, because it's the opportunity that I got. But who gonna pay the cost at the end of the night when you go and find so much poison that your children then fell into your trap of words and rhymes, man? See, this is deeper than being a rapper, bro. Yeah. I look at this deeper than being a rapper.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. That's what I love.
It's deeper than rap, like they say, man. Yeah. What you rapping about? What you glorifying, man? What you putting in the atmosphere for the, is you with the devils? Is you helping the devils? Or is you really helping the God decipher the ones who ain't godly at all. See, you remember, people be getting the devil and the God confused sometimes. Sometimes the God is the devil and the devil's the God, because the God uses the tools that the devil has to smoke you.
We ain't ready, Wallabe.
See, we ain't gonna go that far though. See, they don't want to get they don't want to get to going that deep in what's really happening out here, my G.
That's wicked, man.
You better believe it.
God damn. Shit. What?
God is using the devils to get you. And once he gets you, see, it says something about being naked. When people read the Bible, sometimes they don't understand when they say something about being naked and wearing the armor of the God and the garments. It ain't talking about clothes. It's talking about the righteous words and what your spirit supposed to uphold. When the evil come and get you and you naked, he get you, you gone. You'll never get a second chance. Why you think ain't no mercy on some of these boys when they get killed and they die? They don't get a second chance again, do they?
Gone.
They gone.
Man, it's a wicked world out here, Wallabe.
And they're using the music and the movies and the fashion and the drugs as tools to capture the minds of the people who ain't really listening and paying attention.
Yeah. With your I want to go back for a second. Like, what was the plan to dominate the underground? Was that strategic?
Very strategic, because they try to cover the underground up in so many ways with commercialism. I remember I used to hate the commercial world. I used to hate the commercialism when it came to music, and I was forced to do certain records. And when I say forced, I mean challenged.
Gotcha.
So when I say challenged, I don't mean forced, but I was challenged. You know, to work with different producers. Shout out to J. Ross. Shout out to Rashad. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shout out to Don G. Shout out to Praise. Like I can give so many shouts out to so many different producers and artists that I work with, that I am fully in tune with what I've done.
Yeah.
But to give you a truth on where the underground stands with me, the underground's forever gonna be in me. That's why when I travel to different cities, I like meeting the guys that's still on the grind. I like meeting the dudes that still got something in their trunk that I come with, because I got something in my trunk. When I pull up in Arizona, or when I pull up in Houston, when I pull up in Baton Rouge, when I pull up in any South Carolina, North Carolina state lines, man, I got something in my trunk. I got something in my car. I ain't coming empty-handed, and I definitely got my name tag on. Without my name tag, I don't even feel safe. You gotta know who coming in the door if it's Wallabe, man, because I done worked so hard for it that we ain't giving up, man. Ain't no timeouts, ain't no breaks. And that's what the artists better realize with me. I don't care what you glorify, how many chains you got on, how much money you hold to your ear. It's hard to catch a good brother like me, because the maker is in. I got a glow from the maker around me, bruh.
Yeah, it was all strategic.
Man, I had a dream the other night. Nipsey Hussle was in the dream. Man, I was in the dream. Like, I was asleep the other night, man. In the dream, Nipsey Hussle was sitting with me. He was sitting with me at the table. The whole time he sat with me. He telling me, like, man, you better re-record this while you with me, to let him know you was with me, man. I'm thinking, like, man, dude, you dead, but you alive in my dream. This is incredible. So I'm only telling the truth about my dream. And I woke up and my head was hurting a little bit, because I said, damn, that seemed like that was so real. Dude had his arm around me. I was doing the live on the Instagram. So when I woke up, like, damn. So in reality now, I actually ate lunch with Chuck D in reality now. So I was on a clubhouse call 3 days ago with a Billboard Baby, Curtis Blow, Chuck D. I could keep naming all the majors was on this call, and I spoke one time. But I ate lunch with Chuck D for 2 hours straight in Atlanta, man, about maybe 9 years ago, when I was arts and entertainment director for Trendsetters to Trendsetters. Yeah. So Chuck D, you know what he was responsible for? People don't even understand what he's responsible for to this day. Right now, they got something called a Hip Hop Alliance. I just became a member of. That's for people who in the industry who need health insurance, who made it far, didn't have a lot of money saved, and couldn't find a way to go to the dentist or go to the doctor. That's why when you see artists that's been in the game long that have got bad health and they dying, it's easy. You might love them and like their pictures, but do you really care about that person? Right. Do you really care about their health, man? Yeah. So that's why some of my artists out here right now that I know that's been murdered, overdose in my own city. Man, I care about them enough to try to give them good game. That's right. That's really what I don't care about, respecting me as an artist or a rapper, because I'm not a rapper, I swear. I'm an altruist. I like to give information to help you, help your son, help your family. Do you have a wife? Are you married now? B, it's past just messing with all these different females, not giving them the proper treatment. So now these females is happily single. I don't know how you happily single, sitting on the couch by yourself with your legs crossed, rubbing your own body. You heard me, going to get facelifts, going to get weave and hair and nails and all the phony stuff to make you feel good. No disrespect to the women that do that to make themselves feel good, but when you got a man there with you to make you feel good, you almost come however you can be. Yeah. So like your shirt say, hello black man, hello black woman, hello black family.
That's right.
Y'all heard what I'm talking about over here? I hope they listen to what I'm saying.
Me too.
Good game and realness. Ain't nothing phony. We ain't got no scripts written in this hood solid talk. This is hood solid talk. It's a TV show coming out soon called Worth and Watch My Reels. So it's going to be a whole lot of podcasting going on, but we ain't going to be glorifying the poison and the negative and how they make black people look and our black queens look. When I watch some of the TV shows out there, like you know, the crazy thing is when you watching some of them reality shows. Yeah. And I be sitting there with my wife and I have my daughter come in the room. I say, look how they all look the same. All that makeup, all that weave, all them lashes, all them nails. They all clicking their nails. All look the same. I wonder they smell the same. Do they all wear the same perfume? Did they shop at the same store? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't like nothing to look like no transvestite. I'm not into that. I'm not into going against people that's gay neither now. So don't get it twisted. If you gay, you gay. Right. I'm not judging you. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Ain't your business.
But I don't want my children, I don't want my child looking like a guy that's trying to be a girl, all because it's... So I love when my daughter get cute. I love when she get pretty. And I love when she's happy with herself. So I'm trying to learn to adapt to having a daughter because she like makeup and nails and she's into that.
Girl stuff.
So I'm learning to... I accept that more. Like I'm learning to accept that with my own child, and I love my daughter to death. That's my favorite daughter. I only got one. Yeah. I was born December 7th. She was born December 6th. So I be trying to get into her head about it, but I really don't be serious like when I tease her about makeup and stuff, because makeup make women look good. Don't get it twisted. Makeup and hair and nails, it make women look beautiful. But I believe when you go too far overboard with it, it starts to become very, very not realistic to me at all. I'm just happy my wife didn't get into all of that pharmaceutical world, fake titties, fake
enhancements.
Clout Chasers. You got that on my album right now. You listen to a song called Clout Chasers.
My favorite song on the album.
Yeah, you listen to Clout Chasers. This is a song that's about tell them about Clout Chasers. Now you listen to Clout Chasers, it'll break down. You go knock on her door. You've been liking her pictures for 9 months. You thought she was the beautifulest thing in the world. You go to her house and she opened the door. You don't even want to step in. Mice poop, roach poop. You don't know she got bed bugs. Don't know what her kids is doing. Diaper hanging off one of her baby. Then the dudes too. Dude made you think he driving something fancy. He got on fake jewelry. He renting a car. He living in his mama's basement. Nigga ain't got no job, no degree. He was deceiving you. He was lying. He was clout chasing, man.
Shit, I love it. That's my favorite joint on the album. All right, speaking about the album, fuck it. I was gonna hold it for later, but let's dive into it, man. Let's break down the album song by song, because I want to kind of like go through it. I jotted down like some lines and a couple lyrics from a couple songs that I want you to obviously expound on. But before we break down the songs, what was the mindset going into making this album Worth? Like, how did you go into like, you know?
Well, when my cousin AD called me, shout out to April once again, man. She's been an artist, a songwriter, producer, engineer. This my blood cousin, man, and I'm gonna just put her out there, man.
Good.
Caviar brand, man.
Right on.
She's been doing music for many, many years. Like when I was a teenager and I found out she was doing music as a kid, I'm like, man, this young lady is that talented, that young, and she been in my life, in my corner, as long as I've been doing music. So, dope. When she called me and said, "Yo, you should do an album with Jack." AU. Yep. I said, man, I've been doing music with Jack for years, but we never really sat down and did a project.
A full-length project.
So once he sent me 3 or 4 beats, I was done with him in like 5 weeks. I was done with 3 records. Then he sent me another 3. I was done with 2 more records in about another month. So the whole Word project was really done in about 45 to 60 days.
Really?
Then he did me 1 more record called Ohio. I didn't get that done until early January of this year. Soon we got it done. Boom, we just put the project out. So Worth really was naturally formulated. So when you hear the intro, I don't know if you listen to the intro. The intro is major.
Yeah, because you're talking on there.
It's giving you the whole glitz.
It's setting it up. Yeah,
it's setting you up to hear this project.
Yeah.
So when you hear Worth, you just played that record.
Yep.
That's diving into
drill rap, real rap, fake rap. What's the end result? The labels want to own you and control you and make you think you need them. You don't need them, but then they using you because they letting you rap about dying and killing and drugs and guns, and they letting you die, collecting insurance money and hoping the next rapper do the same thing. Yeah, like alphabetical order. They dropping like dominoes. So that was the worst. So then when you hear visions, if you listen to visions, now that's like, what's my vision? What your vision should be. See, so if you break down the album for real, it really goes in that order. The visions. Yeah. Visions. Man, we done seen it all. Late night drink with stars. I really done that. The fancy cars, pretty broads, never liked the whores. The mom and pop stores used to promote us more than wearing all black masks on, niggas pistols drawn. Sent them Western Unions, feds watch us through the YouTube for all the artists' vision moving your units. A brother never been cocky, nor was I with a posse. I like it wet when the sloppy, she calls me Poppy. So guess what? I'm licensed to carry. I keep a weapon on me really everywhere I go. Sometimes on stage. Damn. Sometimes in the interview. Sometimes in the gas station. Sometimes at the church. You never know. At the funeral. See, not that I need to protect myself, but when you see what's going on out here now, it might be somebody coming here with a semi-automatic weapon. I might want to gun him down because he gonna kill the people that I'm around. See, I ain't no violent guy. I ain't got no felons. I ain't been to prison, man. Yeah. You heard me? However, I'm willing to go to where I gotta go to protect minds and what I know is my work. What they say, you stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Well, so when you listen to the album Worth, now remember, what's your value? What are you really worth? Is it your money in the box over there? Nigga, you ain't did no work for that. You ain't did nothing for the people for that. You stole and sold pills. You did all the bullshit. Hold on, you stole, you robbed people who was hustling for theirs. You broke in people's houses. You was robbing niggas at the drive-through for their jewelry when they. So all that money you got in that box, that's blood money. It ain't no good for real. When you can't go to sleep at night knowing that you really earned something, man, you're worthless. It's a priceless jewel. But when you got a reason behind where you stand, the real is now what you worth. Your real value, like, oh man, he really worth something. So like, you look at the big rappers that's really worth big money now. They ain't gonna jeopardize it all for nothing silly no more. They ain't trying to go to prison. Look what they doing right now with these RICO cases with all these boys out here, man. Look at all these RICO cases that they throw on that rappers left and right. Listen, this RICO's out there on rappers we ain't never even gonna hear about or even heard of because it's the clout chase now. Remember, they using these rappers just for the clubhouse, for their YouTube, for their podcast. They got the title. Y'all these rappers, they ain't never talked about that rapper 9 months ago, 6 months ago, not one time. But soon they got in trouble, they using that to get some fuel for themselves. See, so when you get the visions, now when you get the black love, now this going back to the women or down the clout chasers. Now, excuse me, the clout chase.
My favorite record.
You can play that.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can go and play clout chase right now, so I can charge my phone because I got my viewers watching. I want to get some more juice.
Yeah, let's do that.
Clout chasers for them right now, so they can see.
Yeah, we gonna take a quick break. Wallabe's here in the studio. We gonna play.
Going hard. We going live for y'all right now. We ain't holding back nothing. There ain't nothing but realism. Y'all know how we do it. Hood solid all day, baby. Hate me or love me, we coming. You ain't gonna stop it.
Right. It's Cloud Talk Podcast. Wallabe is here. This is Cloud Chasers off the album Worth. If you haven't grabbed it already, make sure you go ahead and grab that, stream it, download, all that good stuff. We'll be right back here, right here on Cloud Talk Podcast.
Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. For your clout chasers, thought you had you a bag, baby. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. For your clout chasers, you know we hustle on the daily. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. If she clout chasing, she better hustle for them babies. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. If you're clout chasing, better get you a bag, baby. She was famous off her Instagram. She was a clout chaser. She liked to dress to impress. Shorty was about the paper. I've been a hustler all my life amongst the clout chasers and never pocket watch survivor of the drought, baby. Pillow talking, paying for groupies off of back pages. But you can't blame a clout chaser making house payments. Came from the trenches for the clout, every ounce made us. Vanessa nigga, she was doing it for the clout daily. Dropping your location, we'll get your slouch maybe. It was clout that made them niggas hit your house, baby. She had gold, 6-figure niggas off the block paid her. She bought a new ass and tits, catfishing daily. Attention seeking is the worst, want you to see them first. With which one is worse. When you capping, then you know you broke. Showing off cars you drove and houses you never owned. The clout chase can get real once you done been exposed.
Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. For your clout chasers, thought you had you a bag, baby. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. For your clout chasers, you know we hustle on the daily. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. If she clout chasing, she better hustle for them babies. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. If you're clout chasing, better get you a bag, baby.
For some clout, you niggas be faking to make it for Franklin. These clout chasers make it easy for my 80s, baby. Stay dangerous if you bout your paper and you motivated. These hoes will hate you once you make it, cause you never paid her. He did it for clout, only purchased a quarter ounce. Dry snitching, capping on live for your crowd. Meanwhile, telling bitches you rich ain't got paper now. Showing off, talking loud on Clubhouse and got your clown. Send that nigga to the gulags, one mic for now. Lames always trying to prove something, never shot around. Or slapped a man once, so you insta-thugging now. He made the model smile, posting bogus bank accounts. He didn't own shit, rented them cars and them houses. Came from Section 8, all the lies gave him power. On Facebook, she proud of the likes she was counting. The groupies love emojis and the views by the thousands.
Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. For your clout chasers, thought you had you a bag, baby. Ain't never been fake, can't relate to clout chasing. For your clout chasers, you know we hustle on the
That was
daily.
Clout
Ain't
Chaser,
never been fake,
Wallabe
can't relate
in
to clout
the
chasing.
audio unit from the album Worth. If you haven't got it, make sure you go ahead and grab it. Dope album. A lot of game on that album, man. But that's my favorite song on the album. Shit, man.
So why is that your favorite song? Let me ask you a question real quick, bro. So.
Yeah. So it's my favorite song because I actually had a conversation not too long ago with a partner from mine back in Philly. And we was talking about that exact same shit, about how social media, the day and age that we living in now, how social media, like you were saying before, the entertainment, all the shit that's being projected on us through entertainment, through social media, through whatever avenue that you are visually consuming stuff. I think it creates a false sense of self-worth in us, because you see this and you think that's what I got to do to quote unquote be lit, to be taken serious, to show I'm that dude, or I'm that motherfucker, or I'm that bitch, all that dumb shit that really don't mean anything. So when I hear this song, it literally paints that picture of people looking at this shit like, oh, that's real life. Like, they believe this is real life. Like, this I need to attain this because, and this is why I love the title, if I attain this, that'll give me my worth.
So there you go. Hey, he summed it up right there. What's your worth?
I listen well, Wallabe.
What's your value? Do you have a true value system in who you really are?
It is.
You ask the people that's going to watch this interview years to come, what was your value? What was your worth?
Uh-huh.
Were you worth it to yourself? Was it worth it? Whatever it is that you do, whatever that you're going to do, what you going to tell your children, your grandchildren. If you knew your worth, you actually made it to tell your grandchildren and children. So, see, when you don't know your worth, guess what? You might not even make it. See, your worth and your value, when you don't know your value and your worth, you're going to lose it playing.
Yeah.
It's all a game.
Yeah.
See, they don't understand. They said the game gotta get you.
Yeah.
See, when you don't know that part of what this game is all about, the game gotta get you if you ain't paying attention to the real world, my brother.
Was that one of the first songs you wrote for the album, Clout Chaser?
No.
That was like one of the last.
No, yeah, Cloud Chaser just came.
How did that?
After I listened to the couple records that I wrote, I said, well, let me write something to really touch on the people who getting away with it.
Right.
See, the Cloud Chaser was songs where people was getting away with it, man.
Yeah,
they let people get away with it, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
They was getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the Cloud Chaser was all about them getting away with it. Man.
Yeah.
What's up, wife? I'm in an interview right now with my good brother.
How you doing?
You got cameras and mics all over the place.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm doing, man. I know you tracking me. You know where I'm at. So
right
you
on.
know, so man, it feel good to be loved too.
Yeah, man. I love to give that because we don't do that enough, man. Motherfucker, that's why I created this platform, to be real with you, Wallabe. Like, it's too much of the cool shit. It's too much of everybody being prideful or just being in their own little world. And they think it don't take nothing from you
Return
to
of the real man.
Yeah,
Man. Return of the
yeah.
men out there that care about their woman, man.
There
Return
you go.
of the men who care about their daughter, who she talking to, what she got on her mind. Return of the man who gonna take care of their son.
being invested.
Return of the man who gonna take care of his household and put his family first before his friends.
Yeah.
Return of the man who cares about his self-worth, his value system, what he's teaching his babies. Do we pray together? Do we try to stay together? That's what the world's messed up on now. All this separation, all this segregation. Man. It hurts your feelings to even have to go there because it was supposed to just be about fun. So hopefully Cloth Talk Podcast is going to continue to exemplify the things that's necessary for us men, for our women, and our children to know.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Matters, man.
That's
like
what it's about.
Love matters. Family matters.
Yeah.
Remember Family Matters?
Family Matters, man.
See, people didn't understand that. Families matter because when you don't care about your family, when you go against your family to me, see, I ain't mad at you. You can be a brother, you can be a friend, you can be a cousin, you can be a stranger.
All that.
When you don't care about your family, how much love you got for me? You ain't really got no love for me. You've been telling me for years you got love for me. Oh, I love you. No, you just told me you don't like your family. You just told me you hate your family or your family never loved you. Do you love your family? Who do you love? See, that go the real question. What do you love? What family do you love? You pick and choose what family to love? See, I ain't really a big pick and chooser. I'm still gonna love you if you say you don't love my family. I'm still gonna love my family if you don't love my family. I'm still gonna love you and love my family too.
That's right.
See, so that's where we on. The clout chasing is you following.
That's
you're
right.
Following.
Yeah.
You're following.
You're lost.
And who you follow? You
You
get
lost.
lost when you follow
You
the
lost.
wrong people, bro.
Blind leading the blind. That's dope. Love that. All right, so let's move on to Black Love. Black Love, man.
So Black Love is like my wife just called me.
Yeah.
I just got the call, interrupted that line, just put this, let her see where I was at.
I love it.
She watches me on the phone and say, "Man, where was you at over here? Where was you at doing this?" And I'm showing her, "Hey, I'm working, baby.
Yeah.
I'm on the grind. I'm selling my music." I remember at one point she used to get mad because I used to be out hustling my music so much.
Yeah.
So Black Love, I had a song called "We Argue." I had a song called "Beautiful." I got a song called "My Love." I got songs about females that's so cold. I got a song right now called, what's it called? Black Ivory. Oh man, that's a hard song. I was comparing like the white women and the black women all in one. Black Ivory.
Black
Ivory's white, but the Black Ivory was like a mixture, but it was dope, man. That was produced by my dude, Straight. What do we call? His name is let me see. He gonna kill me, man. He got so many names though. Rockman, man. I was trying to think of your producer name, man, but Rockman, man, he produced it, man.
Yeah.
Bumped into him out in Las Vegas when I went out there a couple years ago. He put me in touch with so many people, man. Taz from the Alcoholics.
Nice.
Shout out to Taz from the Alcoholics
Yeah.
in Columbus, Ohio.
Word.
Shout out to my man,
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Man. Monster, man. He out there on the West Coast in Vegas from California. I'm on his album
Nice.
too. He real sweet. Very serious. I'm talking about he was out at a time with Tupac and Ice Cube and Eazy-E. Serious brother. Go get his music. His name is Monster. He out there on the West Coast, man. Real serious artist. But shout out to my man Straight Ism, man. My man Rockman, man. He put me onto a couple things out there.
Yeah.
While we've been grinding and working, we just trying to continue to build.
Yeah.
So the Clout Chasers. The Black Love is signifying. So you hear, I think it's a what's that Luther Vandross kick that?
That sample, Jack,
Black
man.
Love.
Yeah.
AU did his thing.
That
on
dude,
that.
Jesus.
And guess what?
man.
The person on the hook, that's my cousin AD.
I was just about to ask
She
you.
just sang on the hook.
Okay.
So again, she
I
can
was
sing
about to
so
ask
good
you.
that she didn't even want to be even mentioned and featured on
Like the one.
I was
but
looking
she
for
can
the
sing
feature.
so
I'm like,
good.
who's the girl?
Listen, she sang so good that all she wanted to do was lay that for me, so it was going right into.
I'm looking for the
project.
feature.
So
I'm like, who's the girl?
listen to the Black Love, man. That's a heavy record.
I like
and
it.
Once that really clears all the way through all the channels it got to go through, people gonna love that record. Just
Yeah,
like
man.
the old days when they came out with it. That I don't know who that was. The group who came out with that. I don't know if it was Farside. I don't know if it was. Back in the day when I was young, I don't know who that was for real.
Oh, that's Ahmad.
Yeah, my mind be messed up sometimes on all the names.
Yeah, that's Ahmad. Yeah.
So then when you get to Ohio,
yeah. Well, hold on.
Motivated.
I wanted to.
That Money Motivated. Now that is a serious tune.
Yeah, let me. I wanted to ask you a line from Black Love real quick, and then we can go to
let's
Money
do it.
Money Motivated. Well, not a specific line, but when I listened to that, because like I said, I've been listening to this album for like the last 2 weeks since we first was talking and arranging this whole interview. You said I wanted to ask you a question that I thought about when I was listening to that, and it kind of made me think about how relationships and this male and female dynamic is portrayed through television, through movies, through social media and all that stuff. Cause I feel this way. I feel like we're being shown that men and women are at war. Right? And here's this song Black Love where it goes against that. It's the complete opposite. So I wanted to get your opinion on that. Like, why are we shown, and we're falling right into it, this war between men and women? Men ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, and all this stuff, and we feed into it. And this love thing you talking about, I think that the masses get fooled into, men don't care about this, or women don't care about this. So this song, it counteracts that, right? So what's your thoughts on that? Like, as far as this war between men and women.
What's the line? What line did you get? What line did you quote?
You said shit. You said, baby, you're some shit about it. No. You're not a hoe, you're a queen, and I'm your king.
So I didn't even put you on the spot, but you said it. You said you quoted mine, so let's just go with that right there.
Yeah.
First of all, they want to separate the family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's black or white.
Yeah.
Now you look at the big picture, they want to separate family.
Mm-hmm.
How can you go against love, man? How can you not want to love a woman if you into women? How can you not want to love a lady's thighs? How can you not want to rub this lady's toes, or rub her hands and smell her hands and smell her neck and put your hands through her hair? I mean, now I know, whatever, I was laughing about the weave and all that, but even if you can just put your hands through her hair, rub her scalp, man, rub her back, feel her ass, man, grab her butt, man, rub her nipples. I mean, all of the features on a woman. Okay. When does that not become fun? And I can say this, when is it ever going to be just fun doing that to so many different women that you can't even love one? See, it's so when you talk about hoe and queen, it's different when you meet a girl who likes being a hoe, who wants you to finger her, wants you to touch her nipples, wants you to put her head in between your legs in the car, and then she get out the car, wiping her lips off, going to the house, then calling another guy, you going home to your other girlfriend, messing with your other. See, that's how you get herpes.
Jesus.
See, that's how you get AIDS. That's how you get genital warts. That's how you get syphilis, gonorrhea. Listen, man, that's how you get all the different diseases. Yeah, man, we talking about real shit right here.
That's
man.
right, Club Talk Podcast.
You get these diseases. Then when you get the disease, you want to act like you don't got the disease. Then you go give it to somebody else and try to act like you got it from them. See, it's a whole lot of faking going on. So when it goes to the question, the black love, when you really care for just one, now you want to protect your one. Mm-hmm. You don't want to give your one this disease you could have contracted from another lady because you was messing with another lady and another lady and another lady. Once you get out of that phase, man, you ain't got time to be messing with all these women no more because you care about your one. And then, so if you get married and take the oath under the maker, now some people say marriage is just the white man's law. Well, that's your thought process. Marriage with me is my bond with my queen. All three of my children with my wife. So why wouldn't I want to show my son and my daughter and my other son that I love their mom just so much that, okay, I grew up. Now I do want to be married. I remember one like, I don't want to be married or this. Now I'm happy being married, man.
That's beautiful.
And if every man was married, every man would have his woman. Every man would have his woman. Every woman would have her man. Of course, they into polygamy now.
Yeah.
Now you got women with 2 husbands.
Yep.
You got 2 husbands with 2 wives. I don't know how they play.
Right.
Wifey at my house, she ain't going for that. I ain't really a big fan of sharing and passing the saliva to each other. If that's the game for them, that's the game.
If it worked for you, it worked for you.
Listen, that's the game they play. That's the game they play.
Yeah.
But it's all a game. Can you be loyal in your game? That's really the truth. Can you be loyal to your one? Can you polish and take care of your temple right? When your queen is your queen? Don't it feel good to lay in the bed when you know this is your woman? Every night we eating and we laughing and holding hands and giggling and sleeping next to each other and praying together and taking trips together and enjoying things together.
Come home
Ain't
to a
nothing
hot plate.
realer than that. Listen, I'm still learning. Right now to this moment, I'm still learning how to be more in tune with my wife and my children, family. So the black love wasn't just about the woman. The black love was like how much black love can be explored in your household, to your son, to your daughter, to your son, to your daughter, to your wife, to yourself, to your household, to the whole covenant that your household is supposed to have from the love you share. That's really all this is boiled down to. So when you go to the black love, when you talk about the hoe and the queen, there's a big difference between the hoe and the queen. The hoe could ruin your whole atmosphere. And then she gonna jump to the next dick. She gonna jump to the next clit. She gonna jump to the next dude, to the next girl. She gonna hold hot for the money. She gonna break it down. It's all a game, man. Yeah. Who can play the game the best? Who can tell the best lie is what it becomes. See, it starts to become who can tell the best lie. Because once you find out the truth, that's the end of it.
Yes, right.
Once you find the truth, is it over with now?
Right.
Is the game over?
Oh
my God, she got what? You don't never want to talk to her again. Oh my God, she gave me what? Now your whole life is wrecked. Everything's ruined now. You done found out the truth about this girl. You done found out the truth about this dude. He lied to me all these years. Oh my God, he slept with her. He slept with me. Oh my God, I found out he was messing with dudes. Oh my God, the biggest lie, the biggest truth. Who wins?
The line of visions. I want to go back to that. You said it earlier because you beat me to it, but we can still go back into it. A brother never been cocky, nor was I in the posse. To me, that line tells me a lot about you.
A brother never been cocky, nor was I with a posse. Most people you meet that know me, they know I'm dolo, man. I be by myself.
Why?
You catch me by myself so much that I'm normally never by myself.
And I wanted to ask you about that because oftentimes we come across the guy and he got the clique, got his boys. We all, mobbed up, so to speak. But you, I've never seen you with a posse. I'm solo dolo. Why was it important for you to just be an individual and not always hang around walk around with a posse?
For my mom and my uncles that always told me, be by yourself, roll by yourself, make decisions by yourself. Most times, most of our black males, they get in trouble hanging with everybody else. You hang with the wrong guy, he'll get you jammed up. And if you hang with the wrong guy, he gonna say you got him jammed up. Now, when you by yourself, it's hard for a nigga to say you told on them. It's hard for a nigga to say, it was your fault that all this shit happened and occurred. You know what I'm saying? So I be by myself a lot because I know how to mob on my own. I know how to handle my own affairs on my own. Man, it ain't one time I called one of my people to come and help me fight or come, man, let's go shoot these niggas. Nah, I ain't never really been that guy.
Always stood on your own too.
Man, I ain't had no older brothers. See, I ain't had no older brother. I was an older brother. And guess what? Yeah, they get mad at sometimes with the talker. They mad at the person that know how to diffuse shit with his mind. See, I beat most of my people up with my mental. I beat most of my enemies up with my mind, man. Not to tell myself right now on this web, on this live, but
you good.
When you got a strong mind frame, you can beat some of the strongest dudes in the world just by exercising his
facial expressions and his body languages, knowing what he gonna do next. If he gonna try to challenge you on the physical tip, how'd you outsmart him not to punch you? How'd you outsmart this guy not to pull this gun out and blast you? How did you outsmart this guy into becoming your friend? A lifelong friend who wouldn't have just smashed you because he heard you was talking to his girl, or you disrespected his cousin, or he found that you was rapping better than him. Listen, I can give you so many examples on how you just outsmart them.
You out here playing
your knowledge and your information. It's all about who wins, man.
Yeah.
Who got the game, Gab? Who can out talk the shooter? Who can out talk the thief? Who can out talk the robber? Who can out talk the jealousy and the envious one when they sit in front of your face? See, sometimes people can't understand how one can do that. You feel me, bro? Like, this interview's
I
real
love it.
because we ain't even sugarcoat nothing.
That's why I love it. That's what this platform
and look,
about.
When I leave here, I'm by myself right now.
Solo
I ain't
dolo.
got no posse,
Yeah,
I ain't
just
got no
for people.
security.
Yeah,
I'm all me, bro.
Yeah, let
Ain't
me say
ducking no
this.
smoke, ain't ducking no man, ain't running from nobody. Don't owe nobody nothing. That's another thing. Don't owe nobody nothing. I don't owe you nothing, nigga. Mommy, I don't owe you nothing. So I ain't ducking you. I ain't worried about who you got calling me because I don't owe you nothing. And if I owe you, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna give you your service or what I'm supposed to give you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you definitely. Just for people who don't know who aren't watching, but if you're listening, Wallabe showed up solo dolo, him by himself. no entourage, no nothing. Just him. He like, I'm here. Shit, man. That's heavy, man. I got so much. All right. Let's go back to work real quick. The industry make us believe we need them, but we don't. We talked about it, but I wanted to go a little in depth about it. Obviously, because, in the beginning, you was listing all the killings that we've been seeing through this hip hop game and how the industry has fooled a mass of people into falling right into the same hamster wheel, and I think that that line kind of explores that or touches on that. It still surprises me today that we see artists still believe that I need a deal. I gotta get with this label. I gotta do this, do that. But you recognize that it's y'all falling right into the Joker's hand. Do you think
you ask yourself, why can't one realize that?
No. Well, yes, that too. But I wanted to ask you: do you think there will be a time where that'll snap and people will wake up from that?
No, not for
never.
Real.
For
not
real?
For real, because
damn,
some artists they want that. Some artists beg for
the glitz, the fame,
some
all
artists
that.
beg for the fame. You gotta remember, some artists want the jewelry, they want the car.
Why do you want to be pimped out?
They want to be.
You want to be pimped out.
Be told what to do. It's like the modern day slave game in the industry. You listen to the word industry. Look at the word what industry means. You think of the industry, the car industry. You think about the food industry.
Yeah.
You think about all the industries in the world, man, that you ever heard of, man. Then you think about the music industry. Who do they need? Who do they use?
Yeah.
You, your image, your music, your verses, your songs, your beats. Who do they have owning your production? Do you have your publishing? Do you own the rights to your masters? All you hear about is those things when it comes to the music. So then when you think of a Michael Jackson, when you think of a Prince, when you think of major artists, when you think of Marvin Gaye, when you think of artists that's dead and gone, you think of James Brown. When you think of all the artists, where is they money? Where is they masters? Who really got it?
Who owns the estates?
Does the label still have their hand on their prized possessions, which is their masters and their music? So when we get to talking about that part of the game, the industry make us believe we need them, but we don't. I'm not a fan of wanting to sign a record deal. Not ever. I really don't want a record deal at all. I mean, even when they say, man, we got 40 million, people's like, man, you stupid. You ain't going to take no money. I remember I rejected my first deal. They wouldn't understand 90 grand was not enough to feed the fam.
Turned down 90 grand deal.
We've been doing this for so many years. I remember I was like 19 or 20, and it was some situations that we was all talking, but we was in the crew, so 90,000 ain't enough money for us, and people was like, man, we should do it.
I ain't want to do it. I said, I'd rather sell CDs out the trunk of my car. I'll make 90,000 this year playing. Before I let somebody say they own me, or then I gotta listen to them tell me who to do songs with, where I can't do songs with, where I gotta do shows at. And I'm getting kicked around the chitlin circuit. I gotta do my own chitlin circuit.
Right.
And did it. And maintained well doing it. Like I can honestly step back and tell you, I'm not mad at where I am today. Like
you wouldn't change it?
At my age, I would only change that if YouTube and the Instagram and the Facebooks was out 20 years ago. We would have been surpassed millions and millions of streams. We would have been got a couple dollars and some checks from my content. See, I got so much content. I got content before YouTube was out. So the content thing, I got so much content right now, and it's ridiculous. Man. Like, just off of the information you got in that computer that you did research on me on.
That's just a small.
We got to do another interview another time.
We gonna have you back and back and back. We gotta have you back, man.
Content, I got content, man. I got from a clothing line to a print business to the mental health world. You could come sit in one of my classes. I got 10 youth that come to me 3 times a week, and we break down words. We break down the definitions. What's an alibi?
Wow.
What is an alibi? Why would you need an alibi? We break down words, man. What's an altruist? Why would you want to be an altruist? Why would you want to care for others? Why do you care for others? Or, hold on, you don't even care. Do you even care about yourself? That's a conversation in one. Because some don't even care about themselves, because they've been taught by the rapper, they've been taught by the movies, they've been taught by all these industries what to like, what to love, what to enjoy. See, it's deeper than the music, and that's why I tell you, like, you ask me a question and we'll go way down another tunnel
we can break it all down
question, because I like to dissect things and break it down.
I love that.
And that's how my ideas come to life.
I love
because
that.
I'm really an altruist, and I'm not really into following and being in the same boat as all these other people. And I think that's what kind of set me apart with my music and my lyrics and my rhymes. I like to give advice and kick truth, and one don't want to follow that, they ain't gonna like me. They ain't gonna respect that I ain't following them.
Exactly.
That's what I think where the respect
right.
I ain't following you. I'm not into what you into. I'm not glorifying that same shit. A couple years ago, but I see you're suffering now from. You suffering from some of that shit you was trying to throw on me. I brushed that shit off. I didn't let you get that. I ain't take that information in. Bro, I heard it. I ain't let you use me and misconstrue me with your lying ass raps, bro. Because now you suffering from it. You in prison now. Oh my God, you got shot. Oh damn, you don't rap no more. Why you don't rap no more? All that bullshit you was putting out there on us. The movie stars. Look at some of the movie stars. Making bullshit movies. Now, hold on. That's going to come back and bite you. Now, you done contaminated a lot of people with that movie, bro. Now, look at you. You done got killed. You done lost your life. Or you homeless. You broke. You ain't got a dime. You was the richest. They used to love you. You contaminated us with your roles. You was acting. Just like the rappers. It's all fake. Ain't nothing real. The jewelry ain't real. The cars ain't real. The money ain't real. Half the girls ain't real neither, because she gonna leave you for the husband when she finds love. Once she finds love, she gonna dump you, get you on out of here. So when you hear that industry, it goes back to what industry?
Heavy.
Do you really love? What industry got you by the waivers? What industry really got your mind, man? That's really where we at with that.
Love that. Money Motivated, heavy hitter on the album. God damn, that's woo out the park. Oh man. By the way, who shot that video? It's like cinematic, man.
That was Kim.
That's like a movie.
And you know what? My son in that video with me. And you know, at first when I first watched, I was like, but I like that.
That video is amazing.
I really like that video. Money Motivated.
Man, that's amazing.
Go check out Money Motivated. Kim Vision shot at my son in that video. If you a money maker, let me see 100 Franklin.
Yeah.
I came a long way, trapping out my cousin's basement. Jumped off the porch with the torch, the street life embraced us. From diamond cuts, gold ropes, to watch the bracelets. 2025, a nigga floating in a spaceship. We ain't tripping, spending our cash, that's motivation. Spent 40 or 50,000 on promotions, baby. Money's a motivator. If you're broke, you're sure to hate me. Double my mortgage statements, paid attorneys' retainers, extendos, night vision, my guns come with lasers. Royalties pay us a bag just for touching stages. Minimum wages for slaves, they say that overcame it. Big faces cases, buying bottles was basic. Counting 100,000 twice?
That's circulation for every dancer and black man in the entertainment. No matter what they say, I'm money motivated. See, so you break down that. Spent 40 or 50,000 on promotions. See, they don't even get that part.
Real numbers.
Real numbers. Second verse is smoke you.
That's a heavy hitter.
Armed and dangerous. I'm strapped in a tire suit. Some die for the loot. A profit is all I want from you. Just like the hustlers do. The customers is coming too. Stacks of dinero in plastic in front of you. Invested my stash. Turned into money bags. Niggas playing cornerback. The corner get your money back.
Wordplay.
Stacks and stacks paying for the studio. Hold on. I spent stacks and stacks paying for the radio. Paid security 60 bands in 2004. I got the dough. 150K I gross. Artists is jealous cause I perform at the major shows. Counting 4,000 fives. Came out to 20,000. Money in pals. I put it all in my bank account. Man, I was doing that so many years ago. They don't even understand. They can talk about having money now. What was you at then? 15, 20 years ago, nigga, how much money would you count? That you got some money now. But I was doing that before you even had jewelry and cars. And, nigga, you was still living with your mama, nigga. They was in middle school. And I ain't mad at them. They got their paper up. Yeah. But how much of the money is clean? What's your credit score, bro? What do you own? What have you bought? What can you purchase? Where can you go right now without the feds asking you, are you allowed to leave? Or can y'all spend? I can go spend $10,000 a day and I ain't worried about nobody calling me. It's accounted for. We know where that came from.
Yeah. Sheesh. Ain't never sold dope or coke, not a gram.
Ain't never sold dope or coke, not a gram, my nigga. This money's motivation. It's for the family, feel me?
People would look at that like, how did he not have to sell coke or gram to get his paper like it is?
None of that's what they glorify. See, that's the difference between me. We ain't.
Yo, glorify that.
You made your money, whatever you was doing, and then you telling on yourself in the music.
Stupid shit.
See, what make it funny to me is even if I ever done something sideways, I ain't put it in the music for you to know how I actually made it happen. Right. But I made it happen being legitimized, so now all it's a rumor. Oh, you told a lie on me about that. But there ain't no proof that I did that. See, we came from an era where there ain't no proof that we did any of that. We rapped about it just like they just made a new law right now where you can't rap about things you've never done. Jay-Z and them, just look it up right now. It's in the Senate. It's in the Congress. They passed a bill. Right now, you can rap about things you've never done. But when you really shot old Juju over there on Cleveland and 12th, and they go find a shell case and they come back to your gun and you put it in your song, nigga, they gonna smoke you. Whew. They gonna smoke you and you rapped about it. You told about the truth. You was trying to keep it so real. When keeping it real goes wrong. See, I think David Chappelle came up with something dope with that. But we need to do a movie about when keeping it real goes so wrong. It mess up your whole life, dumb artist, dumb movies actor, dumb filmer, dumb producer, dumb idea.
Yeah. Your music is so intentional. Like, you're not out here just making records. You are spreading a message.
Cloth Talk Podcast.
Cloth Talk Podcast. We talk the real, man. Well, we get into it. Final record on the album, Ohio. I mean, you always been one to, like you said, like, you rep where you from, unapologetically.
And the state of Ohio was so major. Before you even get it twisted about Columbus, the state of Ohio was so major. The state of Ohio was so major that this ain't about no Columbus now. Every city in the state of Ohio, every town, go do your research on all the towns in Columbus. From Cincinnati to Cleveland to Dayton to Lima to Canton to Steubenville to Sandusky to Chillicothe. Do your research.
Toledo,
Dayton, Youngstown. Keep naming them. We can keep naming
Akron.
them. Akron, we can keep naming them. We ain't tripping. Keep naming states. Keep naming the cities in Ohio, and you're going to come across some people that's very serious, man. And I'm going to give Ohio a lot of props because I'm from Columbus, but I'm from Ohio. I rep the state. Everywhere I go, I rep the state, man. If you from Ohio, you feel me.
This record isn't on the album, but you told me it's getting on there. All the mental abuse made y'all respect the shooter.
Respect the Shooter coming out June 10th. For those that don't know, I don't care if y'all on my live or not, man. Respect the Shooter is going to be an undeniable record, man, because of words they using. They respect a drug abuser, then blame it on the music, then put us in the cruiser. Because of good music, you going to respect our movement. All this mental abuse made y'all respect the Shooter. See, when you break that down all by itself, man, that's a serious record, man. That's a serious, serious record, man. Mental abuse is one of the top things in the world right now that's causing all the problems in America, man.
That's why I wrote that down. Abuse.
So when you hear because of words they using, we talk about the words in their raps. Mm-hmm. We talking about the words in y'all's raps because of words they using. They respect the drug abuser. I want to know when you start respecting a nigga on Percocets. When you start respecting a nigga that's snorting lines. When have you respected the nigga smoking crack? When have you respected a nigga doing Oxycontin? When have you respected a nigga shooting heroin in his arms and his veins and his legs? When have you respected the alcoholic, man? When have you respected a man who loves to be addicted to drugs and doesn't take care of his family and abuses his body and his mind and his spirit for a high? When did we respect that? I'm still trying to figure out when they go answer that question. They don't like to comment when we speak on that. Right. So because of words they using in their raps, they respect the damn drug abuser. Yep. Then they blame it on our music? Hold on a minute. You can't blame that shit on my music. I've been giving advice for so many years on the game now. Hold on, man. Hold on. Then blame it on the music. Because of good music. You gonna respect my movement, whether you respect it now, whether you respect it later. See, you asked me about the respect.
That's right.
Because of words they using. They respect the drug abuse. Then blame it on the music. Then put us in the cruisers. Hold on, let's not miss that part now. Put us in the cruiser for what? Because of shit you was rapping about. Put you in the cruiser because they blaming it on the music. So now they blaming it on our music. They used to blame it on gangster rap. Now what they blaming it on? What's this music called where they glorify getting high on all the songs? Who's it? Future? Who was it? The brother that's dead? Who was it? XXCon?
XXXTentacion.
Who's the other one that died? Who died at the airport, man? What's his name, man?
God damn. I me too. Listen, I know you're talking about though.
Props to them brothers and God rest their soul because they had an opportunity and a chance. But now when you listen to their music, they got more streams now dead than they when they was alive. So they get so many streams from just that music. God bless their family and their estate. I hope their kids got all their paper and all their masters.
Of course.
Let's go back to they put us in the
cruises. Yeah.
Because of good music, you gonna respect my movement. All this mental abuse made y'all respect the shooter. Now we respect the niggas shooting innocent people. Now we respect the man that guns a man down in the middle of a shopping mall on camera, on tape. Now he's going to prison for how many years? The man he killed just wanted to make music for his family. He's dead now. See, so it's about what we glorify in the music. And that's all I can say, man. In this interview on this live, for anybody out there, respect the shooter coming out June the 10th. Produced by AU.
Hey.
That's going on the album on the deluxe package. It's called Respect the Shooter.
Yeah. I got to hear it behind the scenes. Oh my God.
Hey,
he sent me a sneak peek of it.
I'm talking about the criteria of a man change when shooters got younger. You rappers signing deals for money just to buy a substance. Turn into a number junkie. Good decisions made us bundles. Superstar status is nothing smoking up your money. The fancy cars and houses and the music you sold for powder, popping perk 30s, sipping that lean. You blew some thousands. Please don't mix it up. It's loyalty over family. The ones you trusted most will be the first to up the cannon. Labels taking chances. They giving larger advances. The artists promote poison. Now shooters is doing the dancing. It's certain rules to follow. It's laws we call the street codes. If you got morals and values, don't sell your soul. Illuminati is not a secret no more. Finding entertainers on floors with coke and they poured, killing us more and more. United, we stand or we fall. How can you respect a shooter killing us in uniform? Because the words they use, and they respect the drug abuser, then blame it on the music, then put us in the cruiser. Because of good music, you gonna respect my movement. All this mental abuse made y'all respect the shooter.
Man.
See, we broke that record down before you even had a chance to ask the question.
Yep.
So I don't know how
I ain't
much
even
much
gotta
more-
go through it
I don't know
now.
how much more we got to do on this interview, big dog. But we done touched the topics on so many ways.
We did. We went through the whole album. We went through it all, man. Final question.
If it's a final question,
I'm about to say
final answer, man. But
yeah.
y'all know we got so much to talk about.
I got
so
more.
Wallabe to come y'all's way, man. Cloth Talk podcast, man. We went so hard tonight.
Yeah.
It's getting late. I still got a couple buildings I gotta go check on.
Oh yeah, I gotta get you out of here. My man got business.
Still operating on a Sunday night. We practice the Sabbath on Saturday, so don't call me on Friday nights when the sun go down until the sun go back down on Saturday. I don't want no money. I don't want to talk about no money. I don't want to do no jobs. We chilling. We watching the television, or we listening to the pastor. We listening to the man. Give me more Jews for my mind. We praying. We meditate, eating good food, and we hanging with family, man.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there for those that don't know, we operate with no devils, man. We give the devils no props, man.
Yeah, love it. All right, final question, and we'll get you out of here. You got business to take care of. I appreciate your time, by the way, man. I really do. You know, because I believe that, you know, time is the most valuable thing we have. You know, so you being here and chopping it up with me for as long as we have, and, you know, just, you know, having your energy and just being open and not being, you know, fabricated, nothing like that. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your authenticity. Like, I don't come across that a lot. A lot of people put up this facade, you know, so I just want to say I appreciate your authenticity and who you are. I really do.
I appreciate you giving me an opportunity in here, my brother.
Absolutely, man. All right, here's the final one, and we're going to wrap this up, man. What's the most misunderstood thing about Wallabe?
Well, because I chase truth so much that if I had to answer the question about being misunderstood, is my concern for others. I care about people more than they imagine. I love people. Without people, I couldn't do almost nothing. I couldn't teach the youth. I couldn't motivate my children. I couldn't, even as an artist, without a crowd, what I'm going to do, rap in a room with no people.
Right.
My business, for instance, I need clients. I need customers. I need people. Even with this podcast, without people, we wouldn't even be. We would be just filming ourselves on a selfie camera. You know what I'm saying? So, misunderstood by the amount of love I got for other people, and that's really what I tell. At almost at the end of every interview, the key is to try to learn ways of passing the torch. Yeah. If you could pass the torch to someone, who would you pass it to? And that's really the question of the night for me every time. So, misunderstood by how much love I really got for strangers. Yeah. The love I got for people who might feel that I'm something that they think I am. The love I got for people that don't got the same love for me. So that's really the truth on where I stand with that question. If that's the question again, misunderstood by those that don't know that I care about their children just as much as my own, because I know you. I met your son, I met your daughter. So I got so many guys and ladies that I deal with, and I love their children. I love who they are, the people that I've met, hands that I shook, hugs that I've traded with people. It's just that, to answer that question again, how much love I got for others. And that's really what makes my heart pure. And that's why once you start learning more about the God, man, and learning more about scriptures and different books and different truths, you want to share it with as many people as you can before you go. So if we held accountable for our actions by what we knew, at least you shared that information with somebody the right way, properly, for them to learn, to get their own research on their own, and not cast judgment on one or try to push somebody into something that you start to believe. And you do your own research, and you find the time for your spirit and your soul to be harnessed by some godliness before your soul drop. Because once your body drop and your soul is there in the atmosphere, or waiting to be judged from the days of salvation, or whatever they say,
I'd rather have a chance, an opportunity to do that before I just die empty-hearted and I'm a castaway to the lake of fire because I wasn't paying attention to truth and the words that the God put on the planet for me, man. So, for everybody that's out there that's listening to the podcast, today on Cloth Talk, just recognize your truths. Know your value and your worth. Continue to spread good energy and love to those, especially your family or the ones that you consider to be your family. Wallabe the Realest, Wallow Real. Follow me on IG, Facebook, Wallow Real. Follow my dude Cloth Talk Podcast. Tune into this interview once he posts this and it's out there worldwide. It ain't gonna be nothing fake that you heard me talk about. If you didn't like something I said, may God be with you and peace be unto you. But I'm gonna continue to learn and build and guide and teach people some of the great things that I get from whatever good energy coming through my feet, through my bones and my muscles, bro.
Love it. Couldn't have said better than myself. There y'all go. It's a wrap. It's been another episode of Cloth Talk Podcast. I want to thank Wallabe for coming through, being a man of his word, being authentic, being just who he is, genuine person. If y'all haven't got the album or streamed it yet, make sure you go ahead and grab that album, Worth. Nice, easy listen. Just tap in with Wallabe and everything that he got going on, man. Here on Cloth Talk Podcast, we interview people who are cut from a different cloth. Wallabe's cut from a different cloth. We'll see you guys again on another episode. Peace. There it is.